94.9 CHRW. How's it going, everyone? My name is Brian Tong, and I'm the host of Underground Currents on CHRW, based in London, Ontario. And I have Soupy Campbell of the Wonder Years. How's it going, man?
Things are fantastic, Brian.
Oh, awesome. And welcome to Canada.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I recently spent several weeks here.
I know, yeah, with Silverstein.
It was good. You know what, though? I love Canada, and I had a really good time. You know what you guys don't have that a lot of countries have?
What?
Prepaid 3G SIMs.
We don't?
So, like, if you go to England, there were some, but they're really expensive for very little data. Mm-hmm. If you go to England or Australia, you can be like, I would like a SIM for my iPad, and you can put it in there, and it works. Mm-hmm. And it was like £10 and it works. It's like a gig. Mm-hmm. This was like $25 for like 200 meg. It's really bad.
Wow.
So tighten your game up, Bell.
Yeah. I'm on Rogers, so I don't know anything about Bell.
Also Rogers. Also had problems.
Really?
No one had it. No one had it.
Really? That's crazy. Aside from what you dislike about Canada, what's one feature about Canada that you like about?
What do I do like about Canada?
Yeah.
The Hart family. Stampede Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Stu Hart, Bret Hart, Owen Hart.
You watch a lot of wrestling?
I love wrestling, man.
Oh, man. I miss WrestleMania because I was too cheap to pay the pay-per-view. But
oh, yeah. I was there live.
Really?
Yeah. My girlfriend and I went, along with our tour manager, John, our buddy, Charlie. It was really fun.
That's fun.
We're actually going to Monday Night Raw next week.
I miss it like every single time, like because I'm in school and then it sucks.
Well, one of our really good friends and fan of the band is the current tag team champion, or half of the tag team champions. His name is Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah.
And so we watch every week just to see him wrestle, and and also Summer Rae, who's one of the female wrestlers, is fantastic, and Hornswoggle are all Wonder Years fans, so it's cool to be able to. That's kind of neat for us.
You guys have been on Warped Tour previously.
This is our second full year of the Warped Tour, yeah.
Yeah. So, what has been your favorite Warped Tour moment so far?
Oh, you know what? It was really funny. We used to do is we called it fishing, and we would take long strips of gaff tape.
Okay.
Which is like pretty much duct tape if you're unfamiliar. I didn't know what gaff tape was until I played in the band. It can be any color, but it's a really great tape because it's super adhesive, but it comes off like it's not like it doesn't leave a residue like duct tape does. It's kind of like fibrous. It's almost got like a cloth like material. It's fantastic. We would take really long strips of it and we would put it face up, and on one end we would put like dirty plates and like kind of like half-eaten food trash, and then we would just leave it out there, and people would walk by and get it stuck to them and get really fucking mad. And I don't even have any problems with Johnny Craig. He was pretty nice to me the whole Warped Tour, but he got stuck in it once and flipped the fuck out at he thought Greg from the Menzingers did it, and that was one of my favorite moments, just because it was like just this innocent prank, but he didn't know what happened, and he got soup on the back of his leg. But he's always been a nice guy to me. It wasn't a malicious attempt to get him. It was just out there. He got it.
We talked a little bit earlier about you guys being in Canada with Silverstein. How was that and leading up to Warped Tour and getting, I guess, being in Canada for an extended period of time?
It was good. It was our first time in Canada for more than 2 days. And I had a great time, actually. Yeah. Silverstein are great. Their TM, Dave Summers, is one of the funniest guys in the world. Yeah. And we had a great time. The shows were fantastic, way, way better than I expected. I mean, pretty much all of them, too. Calgary, Winnipeg, Edmonton. We didn't do Vancouver. We did Langley, which is like right outside Vancouver. Yeah. Still fantastic. Yeah. We went to the biggest mall in North America in Edmonton, which was great. And it stayed light out until like midnight, so we were playing football until like really late at night in the parking lot.
Did you do the roller coaster or the water park in there?
Silverstein did the water park. I did not. The most exciting thing I did was watch the Seal show. I watched some Seals. I bought a new pair of shorts because I realized I needed shorts. I forgot to pack shorts for the tour. Ripped them later that day, and then yesterday I sat in gum in them, so now they're over with. That's why I'm back to the gym shorts.
Oh, no.
I'm kind of monochromatic right now. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the video anywhere, but I'm currently wearing all navy blue, just straight down. It's like a jumpsuit.
Or like a onesie?
Yeah, I'm bringing it back.
You guys have a new record out called The Greatest Generation. How has the reception been so far, and what are your thoughts on what this record means to you compared to everything else?
I love this record. I think it's way better than anything we've done in the past. The reception has said the same. The critics have been very generous and very kind and very supportive of it. Sarah, who works for Hopeless Canada, just told us that it's has now surpassed all of our past records in sales in Canada, which is really exciting for us because we do not sell a lot of records in Canada. So to see this one actually selling is a really nice sign for us there, or here, I guess. So yeah, I mean, overall, it's been a really positive experience to release, and it's definitely my favorite work.
Yeah, number 20 on Billboard Top 200, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's huge, man. I can't find that billboard. I went and looked at every store to try to buy it. I have to order the back order now.
Oh, okay.
I have to find the back issues. I gotta have that.
The Greatest Generation, that's a reference to World War II. Why did you choose the Greatest Generation to be named to be the name on that record?
It went through a lot of names. One of my favorites was My Great War, which was actually a reference to a band called the Minor Times that were from our town that sounded a lot like Botch and Dead Guy.
That's cool.
Really cool mathy stuff.
Yeah.
They broke up years ago, unfortunately. The best band you never heard, probably.
Oh, cool.
Them or maybe The Progress, which is Evan from Into It Over Its band. I digress. The whole concept of the album was about kind of putting aside all of the things that you let hold you back. So you spend your entire adolescence at war, I feel. A lot of it's at war with yourself, and then in some aspects it's at war with the world that surrounds you, and I think our past two records are really reflective of that. And this was kind of this realization that to be an adult you have to move past that war. And so that was kind of the general theme we were working with, and then I started thinking about the idea that we're totally comfortable and confident calling another generation the Greatest Generation, and that's not to say that they're not fantastic. It was, I mean, the people born during the Great Depression that fought in World War II or were a selfless, dignified generation of people. Dare I say, great, but I think there's this inherent flaw where you're saying something else is the greatest. That means that the best you could ever be is second best, and so we're striving for mediocre, just semantically. And so I kind of wanted to challenge that and challenge the semantics of that and say that every generation should want to be the greatest generation. We should want to be the greatest generation.
Yeah.
We can give thanks and reverence to them, ad infinitum, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be trying to be greater.
Definitely. That's a great answer. This is like supposedly the end of a trilogy of albums, so I guess my question would be, what's next? Make a new trilogy, or what would be next?
The hard part is that it wasn't supposed to be a concept album, and then it wasn't supposed to be two concept albums, and then it wasn't supposed to be a trilogy. It's just, that's what happens. So we could start writing the next record and be like, oh, this is piece 4. It's now a quadrilogy. Quadrilogy. Quadrilogy.
I don't even know how to spell that.
I don't know. I give up. We could find that out. It depends. We're gonna find out when we start writing a record, which will be in hopefully not very soon, because we just finished this one.
Just came out.
Just put this one out.
What should people, especially for people who are coming into Warped for the first time? This is actually my first Warped tour, so I was wondering if there's a certain band that people should be checking out, not just for Warped Tour, but in general. Should they want to check out new music? Well,
I feel like I could shout out like 10 bands that are a part of our community, but I feel like if you're listening to a Wonder Years interview, you probably already know who they are. So, in the spirit of that, Let Live,
yes,
Wallpaper, Alison Weiss, Billy the Kid, Brian Marquis. A lot of the Acoustic Basement's incredible. There's some cool stuff out there.
So, just to finish things off, how are you guys going to finish the second half of 2013? I guess what can fans expect for the second half?
Legally, I'm not allowed to tell you about most of it, but I am able to tell you that we're going to Japan in August. Cool. So, very excited about that. And then we're doing Europe in November. We're headlining with Real Friends and Neck Deep, and then we're doing Warped Europe.
Is there anything you want to say to fans out there, anyone who's watching, just to cap things off?
No.
No?
I always think that's a funny answer.
Yeah?
I actually probably could say something, but that's the end of every interview.
Yeah.
So, and everyone's like, yeah, man, I want to say, but I just thought it'd be funny if I was just like, no.
No.
And that was just the end of it.
Well, I mean, you stumped me, so I guess I'm...
What do I want to say? I hope you're having a good year. I hope that you caught up on Arrested Development. Fantastic third season. I hope you're ready for football season, whether American or Canadian. I decided that I'm a Rough Riders fan because we were next to their office in Saskatchewan, and it's very small. So go Rough Riders.
Okay.
As far as the CFL goes. That's all, really.
Yeah.
Just, I hope things are good for you.
Okay.
Things are good for me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Once again, The Greatest Generation is available now. Please go pick up a copy if you're coming to Warped Tour on a later date, especially if you're in London, Ontario. It's not too far of a drive to Detroit, so definitely
Pick up that crack in my sternum.
No,
That was my sternum cracking.
I've actually touched the sternum. I don't want it ever again.
It's crazy when you get a good sternum crack. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
But yeah, definitely go pick the record up. Check them. Definitely check out their music if you haven't for the first time. And yeah, come out to Warped Tour, support these guys, buy their record, and just support music in general. I think is a very good way to cap things off.
Maybe we'll see you in Detroit. It's so cold in the D.
Okay.
You ever heard that song?
No.
It's on YouTube. How the fuck is we supposed to keep peace? It's ill. It's the worst. Like,
I feel so out of place now.
She's supposed to rap for like 32 bars, and she only raps for like 28, and then goes into the chorus like 4 bars early, and super awkward. That's a good way to end that.
Okay. Bye, guys.